Welcome back. Another episode, Pioneers and Builders in Jacksonville, Florida. We call it PB Jax, where we talk to people who are building companies, running nonprofits, pulling the city forward through influential means, or just making the world a better place. Today, the youngest founder I've ever met, 18-year-old, founded UniDesk and is kind of taken off. Pretty cool story. Coming right out of Northeast Florida is Mr. Sean Scott. Sean, welcome to the show, dude.
Hey, thank you for having me, man.
You're very welcome.
This is really, really cool.
Yeah. Is this your first podcast?
My first podcast ever.
PB and Jax.
Love it. I was watching the Don Smith podcast, and I'm listening to it. I also listened to the Panda Technologies one.
Yeah.
And I hear Sean Scott. I'm like, wait, I'm in the car listening. And I hear my name. I was like, what? This is crazy. I've never heard someone talking about me not in front of me. It's weird to think about. I don't know. It's weird. But it's really cool.
I'll tell you what, we'll drop a couple names in this one. So when they're driving in the car, they'll be like, oh my God, they're just talking.
I already know if you already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, dude, welcome, man. Welcome. And I just think it's the coolest thing that you decided to just take off running. You turned 18, you were able to buy cigarettes. You're like, nope, I'm going to start a company.
That's exactly kind of what happened, actually.
Let's start at the high school level. So when did you decide that entrepreneurship was your journey? Well, it had to be at some point in school.
Yeah. So it really started around junior-ish year because all my high school life and my middle school life, I was like, yeah, I want to work at Google. I want to work at Meta or something like that. But then I started being around this guy named John RC. He does a crypto and he works for himself and he does really, really well for himself. And I was like, I want to do that instead. I'm able to wake up whenever I want to and work on my own stuff and not be not really, I could be my own boss. And that's kind of where I got that entrepreneur mindset to. And I was a part of this team called Above Capital. It was just a software development firm. We were building this crypto trading app before Bullx, if y'all know what crypto is, Bullx or any of that stuff. So when I was part of that, I was like, damn, I really want to build my own stuff and just work for myself. So that's kind of where that started. But I learned programming freshman year. My school, the Foundation Academy, they took me and a couple other kids aside and they didn't let us take math. They didn't let us take science, history, none of that. We skipped all that for the entire freshman year and just learned programming. So that's kind of how I started on programming and then on the entrepreneurship.
Okay. What languages did they teach you? For what frameworks?
So my teacher, Jonathan Cruz, or I call him Mr. Cruz, he taught us JavaScript. Actually, technically Java first and then JavaScript. So JavaScript is what I learned first and then HTML and CSS. So that's how I got started in React.
Okay. And when did you decide that you were going to launch or at least start building towards UniDesk?
Actually, around April of 2020, my school, I was the IT intern at my school and teachers would just hand me laptops. I said, broken on it with a sticky note. So I'm thinking I've done so much for the school. What can I give them as a parting gift, to make this better? And I created, with AI, I created a simple ticketing system. And it was so simple. I used Firebase as the back end. I said, here, you can use this. And I was like, and I kept building on top of it and top of it and top of it. And just kept building and building. I was like, this could be used as a company. So that's really how the idea it was actually called UniDesk at the time.
Okay.
It was just for schools. That's it. Ticketing system just for schools.
EDU for education.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's technically still around. I just dissolved the LLC. It's just part of UniDesk now, but it's kind of a separate product.
So what is UniDesk?
It's a ticketing system and asset management system for companies. So our biggest competitor is ServiceNow. We're basically just a much more simpler version for ticketing and asset management systems. So a company doesn't spend, $80,000 on a ticketing system when there's not really much ticketing they need. So it's just a more simpler way to manage all that and to use.
Okay. What iteration are you on now? You started in spring of 25, which means you probably did some pivots and some pivots and some pivots, and you probably got it to where it is now. But walk through that. I mean, when did you get your first customer and how different is the platform now than when you first built it?
So my first customer is a church in New York. My CTO, Jacob Martin, he got me that connection. So there's 3 churches in New York that are using it. So we're really aiming towards churches right now as a start. Oh. But the way it's changed throughout the months, it's crazy. It's only been 8 months since I graduated. I can probably show you the landing site because I love changing my landing site. You'll see how different, every month the landing site looks different. I just keep iterating off of it. But the product wise, there wasn't any AI in it before. There's no UniDesk intelligence. It was just a straight ticketing system. It was very, very buggy. It wasn't even using the right database or whatever. So it's definitely changed throughout like
Mm.
the months, just technical wise and UI wise too.
Mm.
But we got our first customer in December. So after months of just developing and just finding sales and people to use it, we got our first customer, which is Grace Fellowship.
Okay. That's in December, huh?
Yeah.
So that means that happened after you pitched here. You pitched here. Oh, no, you pitched here in January.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
January.
thought you pitched in November. Okay. We're going to get to that.
Yeah.
So the current, you have a client. Do you have more than one client?
For ticketing systems only, it's just that one client.
Okay. So you said your main competitor is ServiceNow. As you continue the business development,
Mhm.
as you continue to grow, as you continue to intertwine with organizations that aren't churches, and especially organizations as they get bigger and bigger, what's the value prop? Like when you walk in and you meet with let's say a VP of IT or a CIO, CTO, et cetera, you just say, hey, I have the ticketing system that you need. What's the value prop for them? What's going to get them to come off of ServiceNow or ConnectWise or any other ticketing system and go with UniDesk?
Yeah. So the biggest thing is UniDesk Intelligence, which is basically our AI memory layer. So with ServiceNow and Zendesk, all this stuff, each ticket starts from brand new, in that people can just have the same problems over and over and over again. And these IT techs keep solving the same problems over and over again. So you're wasting so many hours a week just solving the same problems. So I created an AI memory layer to where if someone has the same problem that's been solved before, our AI model will basically say, hey, this has happened before. This is how you fix it. For example, our printer's not working at the front office. It'll say, hey, just go to the front end desk PC and do these steps. And then boom, it's fixed. It's happened before. So our biggest, I guess, benefit with UniDesk is we're the biggest time saver in all ticketing systems.
Yeah. One of my favorite things you said when I think somebody brought it up on the panel when you pitched, they said it felt like you were getting rid of technicians. And what you said in retort was, no, I'm removing all of the lower level work so that they can focus on bigger problems.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Yeah, that's really the idea. I never want to see it as don't like fire these people because they're not, they're only doing low level stuff. I think of it more as let these like techs, these low level techs start doing higher priority stuff and maybe start learning on how to do more advanced stuff or stuff that could actually be useful of their time rather than just password resets or printers not working or screen's not turning on, stuff like that.
Servers down. We need to focus on that.
Yeah.
That seems a lot. That seems like a higher value.
Exactly. Than just my screen isn't turning on. I get a lot of those when I was an IT intern.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, all right. That's great. So for me, I think back to when I'm 18. Just to give you a little bit of background on me. So obviously I graduated high school when I was 18, and I told myself I was going to go to college, and I tried to go to college, and there was such a resistance. I just couldn't show up. And so I really didn't do anything for a good year, and then I joined the service. But for you at 18, even before you graduated, you thought you were going to take this route. But once you graduated, you're like, I'm all in, like I'm going. That's such a stark difference from most of the other kids that graduated with you, right? So some of them went on to college. Some of them are probably actively partying right now, celebrating the fact that they're not in school.
Yeah.
And you're building a company. How does that feel? Do you feel like you're isolated from your other peer group? Do you feel like more people in your generation are kind of viewing the world the same way you are? Like how's that going?
So the friends I had in high school, I mean, they're all in college or not in college. Those are like my friends are either doing like physics or stuff like that. I'm in college. I just do on the side. So I can stay at my mom's house because she's like, oh, you have to go to college or you get kicked out. I was like, all right, I'll just do college as so I can just stay in the house. It's a lot of work to start a company at 18. I have more stress than the 18-year-old should. I'd be a lot more happier if I was still working at my trampoline park job, just because I was actually like the number one seller at that trampoline park in like memberships. And I sometimes like, man, I wish how easy life was back then. So, I mean, with my friends, they're all in college. I know my friend Jimmy, he's in the Army. Like, I think he's in boot camp right now. So there is a lot of 18-year-olds starting companies. In fact, it's happening more than it's ever happened before because of AI and because of influence and social media and just, get rid of nine to five jobs or I don't want to live the 9 to 5 job type thing. So it's happening a lot more now, and I'm all for it.
Yeah.
With my friends are in college, and that's really the traditional route is. I mean, my mom even was scared when I even started this because she was like, "You have to go to college, you have to get a job and a career." But it's usually just you graduate from high school, go to college for 4 years, then get a job and work it for eternity until you or not graduate, till you retire. So
Yeah.
that's really just been the standard. And for me now, I mean, I don't know how to explain it, but more like I'm surprised I made it this far.
Yeah. I'm not. I mean, just what I know. I'm not surprised you made it this far. Dude, you seem to have an excellent work ethic.
Appreciate it.
And you seem to be solving a real world problem. I know, to me, it's not a surprise that you're doing well. And obviously, I watched you pitch here. There was what, 75 people here?
You have no idea how nervous I was at beforehand. I was
Yeah.
so nervous.
I get it.
But when I got on stage, immediately I was just excited to show everyone.
Yeah.
It was
You
weird.
just settled in. But there was 7 companies that pitched that night, and you were overwhelmingly voted the best pitch.
Love it. Oh, I was so happy.
See what I'm saying though? Like, none of this is a surprise to me that you're doing so well. I mean, you've really built up something special here.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man, of course. I have a question. This could be pertaining to you. It could be pertaining to your generation. I read a lot of articles that kids your age, I know you're an adult, but you're a kid. So kids your age are really fearful of AI because there's so many articles saying their AI is going to take jobs. There's not going to be a future for, the Gen Z cohort, whether those are college graduates, high school graduates, etc. And there's been a lot of fear around AI. It seems like you've been using AI to your benefit.
Yeah.
So are you bullish on it? Do you feel great about it? What
I don't think everyone should be afraid of AI. And I mean, even arts wise, AI is not going to take over art. There's a beauty in natural art. AI can't take that over, but AI is going to take some jobs. Lawyers could be at risk, but I looked at this graph, and I don't know if you've seen it too, but it's basically out of 8 billion people in the world, only I think 10% or even less uses AI. Even a smaller amount of that pay for AI, and even a very, very, very smaller amount actually uses the code. So there's this whole AI is a bubble thing that could be true, but there is in some jobs it could take over AI. It's just more of pivoting to something that could help you strengthen AI in your job. For example, my mom, she works at property management. She does property management for all these different neighborhoods, and she started using AI herself. And she was scared that even when it first came out, that was going to take over a job. This AI will do all the property management for the neighborhoods, but now it's her and AI both doing it at the same time. So it could either, I highly doubt it, take over jobs, or just help enhance people to do their jobs. Because even with programming, senior developers are still getting paid the same, not less, because even with AI, they're doing way more now than they didn't do with AI. Because now they're just strengthened, they're just enhanced. You're just getting enhanced with AI, in my opinion. I don't know if that really answers the question well.
The question was, are you bullish on it?
I am bullish. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I kind of think of it as it is my generation's era of when the internet came out. Because now you if you want to look up a definition or look something up, you have to go to the library, you got to go through the dictionary of the books and look at it. But now with your phone, you can just Google something.
Yeah.
And now with AI, it's now you can just build apps in the palm of your hand. William Gallows just built 20-second apps where you can just build an app in 20 seconds.
Yeah. Keep in mind though, for us, when it was the .com/internet thing, that was a bubble and it burst hard. So there is a strong possibility that the AI bubble does burst.
Yeah, for sure.
And it completely resets what we know as the market and as we work, et cetera, until people start to decide to find a different way to implement it. So many people are scared of it that they're not using it as a supplemental tool. They're trying to shun it. They're trying to get away from it. And when you have two sides of the fence that are battling as heavily as these are, it creates a lot of tension. A really interesting thing. We're really getting off topic here, man. I'm sorry.
Good, man.
So there was like a logging company, like a longshoreman group, and over the course of the last year and a half or so, technology had come in and started to like take over a ton of the work that they were doing.
Mhm.
Like they could autonomously pick out the wood, put it through the machine, turn it into 2x4s or whatever. And these guys were slowly getting picked apart. And these guys, like one day, all came in unison and decided to stop showing up to work. This was in like South Carolina, Georgia, something. It's fairly recent.
Yeah.
And they stopped showing up to work until they were willing to ratify the CBA.
It's kind of like writer's block.
Kind in a way, but they forced the collective bargaining agreement to say that nobody in the next 10 years they're not allowed to use technology to perform the job. And that's how the longshoremen were able to protect their jobs. So I'm very interested to see if more stuff like that's going to happen as people rail against artificial intelligence.
I think the most that I think that same exact thing, I feel like it's going to happen in art and Hollywood. There's a huge, like I've seen like people my age who don't really know much about AI hate it because of how much water it takes, but they don't know the whole thing. And also the hugest thing in art. I was actually, I was at this Scholastic awards thing because my girlfriend was getting an award, and 2 colleges showed up. One was, I think, SCAD, and one was JU. SCAD was like saying how you can use AI to enhance your art skills, and everyone booed, everyone hated it. But then JU said exactly the opposite, and said that AI should never be used in art. Everyone said, "Woo, yeah!" So I feel like that example would be used more in art more than anything else, especially in our generation.
Yeah. I've seen people make whole like movies.
Oh, yeah, I see like TikTok, like short form movies, and it's all AI generated.
What's the point of Hollywood sets anymore if you can just generate movies like that? If you can write the script and put the script in as a source and say make a movie based on this script.
Would you watch an AI movie?
If it was as seamless as what I would watch in the theater, there's no reason I wouldn't.
Okay. I don't think I would. If I knew
Really?
it was AI, I don't know if I would watch it.
I would. The reason I watch movies is to be entertained. If you can make a movie with AI and you can entertain me with it, I'd watch it. And I think I understand why you say that, because you want the people to make the art.
Yeah, it's
and then you support the people. I get it. I think where I'm at, when I see the net worth of these actors, I just don't care.
Yeah.
Like when somebody has like $400 million and income from 8 movies they did, like, you know how much Robert Downey Jr. made for doing the Avengers stuff?
I have no idea.
An ignorant amount. Way beyond the scope of what anybody should make. But anyway, good on him. He made it. Kudos. But if they made Iron Man today with AI, don't know, outside of the people who are on like the production set and the people like the camera crew and stuff like that, like I would feel horrible for them. But if you're like, oh man, you just took food out of Robert Downey Jr.'s mouth.
Yeah. AI should be used more as an enhancement tool rather than a replacement for something entirely. It's kind of like with CGI in movies. It's more to enhance the user, or not the user, so the viewer's experience. Spider-Man, only like half of Spider-Man was Tom Holland, and the other half was just CGI Spider-Man, but he still got paid so much money for just being Tom Holland using his voice. It's just more of it has to be more of an enhancement more than just a replacement. And I think that's the way it's going to go. Mostly. There's going to be AI movies, I've already seen it, AI movies like with VO3 and Sora. But Hollywood would probably just use it more as an enhancement.
Yeah.
It's just speed up time and maybe lower costs on CGI, probably. Yeah.
I'm pro-human, dude. I want the humans to win. But I'm just saying, maybe we can disperse the wealth that the actors are getting and give it to other people.
I agree.
We went off on a tangent. I'm so sorry.
It's all good.
Let's come back. I'm going to come all the way back to innovation in Jacksonville. You're building a company in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like more and more people are. Feels that way. I feel like every time I turn around, meeting a new founder, seems like it's gaining popularity.
I joined at a great time.
You really did. You're on the you joined on the ascent.
Yeah.
Which seems like a lot of people are building companies. Not all tech companies, but people are building companies. We went from in 2024, nobody threw a single pitch event, 2024 and before. And now we have at least 3 entities that do pitch events.
Yeah.
Just spotlighting the crap out of our entrepreneurs. We have incubators now. We have accelerators now. We have access to funding that we probably didn't have. Well, there's no probably. We didn't have it before. Seems like the city is trying to get behind it a little bit. But what's it like to build in Jacksonville?
Well, I mean, I built UniDesk just in my room.
Yeah.
Literally just in my room. In fact, the LOC for EDU desk at the time, I wasn't even old enough to sign. I had to get someone else to sign for me. So like my name could be on it, but I can't sign for it. The connections here. I mean, I was planning on moving to Austin, Texas when I graduated high school.
Town.
Really? Love it. My dad's there. I don't know, the connections here, it's just so much better than any other city I've ever seen before. All because they're just striving for Jacksonville to be the #1 tech city. It could happen. It could not happen. But everyone just has the same goal around it. Even though they could be slightly like friendly competitors, like some people have some different incubators, they all stand for one goal, making Jacksonville better. And, in San Francisco, I was there for a little bit. Everyone's like all for themselves. But here in Jacksonville, it's just everyone just lifts each other up. And that's something that like I've never seen in any other city before. And I feel like that's one of the main reasons why I love Jacksonville, especially for building tech startups, is it has the potential. It really, really does. It's the biggest city by a landmass. What else do we need? We just need people like me or just anyone just start a company and or any tech company and just keep building and just keep making Jacksonville the tech startup.
Yeah, I'm with you. So let's give some flowers to some people that are doing it right. Like if you were to think of some people that have been instrumental in helping you get better and helping the community get better, I mean, who comes to mind?
Pace Silvera Kitty. He told me to start a software company. Dave Irely for Accelerate PV. Ragu for the link. PB Jax host, Mr. Randall Thomas.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Ryan Smith for buying that huge warehouse. Jason Engelhart, that's 6. Love that guy. I'm pitching there tomorrow. I'm super nervous.
Okay, yeah. At UNF?
Yeah. Oh, man. I'm so nervous for that. Who else? Angelina. Lucas Wyman, man. I love Lucas Wyman. I mean, he has been with me since like from day one. I hope he sees this.
He'll see it.
Yeah, perfect. Who else has like helped me a lot, man? My Jonathan Cruz, Victor Toribio, my old computer science teacher. He's the one that really taught me computer science. Who else? I can't really think of anyone else.
Yeah, I mean, that's 10 people. You did pretty good.
Well, who am I missing?
I don't know. I mean, my list is different than your list.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, I do other things. I haven't built a tech company, right? So my list is way different.
Yeah.
But every single person you just named, minus I think one, I know well, and I couldn't agree with you more. They're just incredible people. Lucas is up there for me. He's literally too smart. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I need him to lose 50 IQ points so I can have a conversation with him. He's so smart. It's ridiculous.
I want to be as energetic and as hyper as he is when he talks about stuff, because like when he starts talking about something that's like very, very like it means a lot to him. He starts getting goosebumps on his arms. Like I really wish I want to be like that so bad. I just don't have the energy level like he does to just talk and talk and talk. I love that dude. He has taught me so much.
Yeah, and he does it the right way. That's the part I keep coming back to. They do it with a good heart. So, okay, well, kudos to the people who are building the ecosystem, man. Those are 10 great names, and shout out to every single one of them. Thank you for all the work you guys are doing. That's incredible. So for you specifically, like I said, you're building in Jacksonville. You kind of have this ecosystem underneath your feet. Everything seems to be moving in the right direction, all things considered.
Yeah.
So what's next for you, and what's next for UniDesk? Are you running through additional iterations? Are you looking at client acquisition? What's kind of the next step?
Yeah, so we're looking on getting more KPIs for the church, just seeing how they're handling with the AI system, seeing what we can improve on, because we're in a very beta stage of UniDesk, especially since it's just me and my CTO, Jacob. It's just us building an entire IT system or IT software. ServiceNow has 56,000 million employees or whatever. It's just me and Jacob, so it takes a lot of time to build this thing, even with AI. But once we are confident that we can start doing go-to-market, then that's what we're looking to raise money for, is for marketing and hiring a sales guy and doing all this stuff for UniDesk. So I'd say maybe we need another month or two with the church and then ready to go to market.
Okay. Have you done any fundraising?
No.
Nothing. And you're planning to?
Yeah.
You're going to go into like the seed rounds?
Yeah. We're doing pre-seed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any idea on time frame?
Not really. No. No
Okay.
time frame yet so far.
Okay. No worries. One thing I've noticed about entrepreneurs such as yourself is they'll build something and it's like a tattoo. You get one, you want to get another. So are you considering like building anything else?
I actually built two things in the
Yeah.
past like 3 months. One of them is Pitch Vote, which is basically
That's right.
it's just software. So pitch events like Jason, which or Accelerate PB, to where an average like visitor or guy who's watching the pitch can vote on the companies that he wants to vote in. And another is called OpenClaw Arena, where basically it's just a hackathon for AI agents. Have you heard of OpenClaw?
No.
You've never heard of OpenClaw?
No, I haven't.
Well, it's made by this guy named Peter Steinberg. I don't know if I said his name right, but it's just an AI that runs on your computer and has full access to everything on your computer. Basically, we made it so you can enroll your AI agent, your OpenClaw, to just participate in these things called blocks, and it literally just builds out apps for you. It's like a hackathon. So you join this block, and it says, I don't know, pickleball application Tinder thing, and you join that block, and now you and like 3 other AI agents build the same app, and the community votes on which app they like the most. So that's something I built with my friend John, and that's going pretty well so far. But Pitch Vote, OpenClaw Arena, UniDesk has always been my main priority. That's like my baby. So those are the 3 things I've been building so far.
Okay.
Obviously, like if I have an idea in the middle of the night, because I am a night owl, I'm the most productive at night. It's weird. Then I just build out.
Okay. That's cool, dude. Well, how are you feeling about Jacksonville outside of, the fact that we have, by the way, you did miss a name. It's Don Smith.
Don Smith. Oh,
You missed a name.
I know. He even shouted me out, man. Oh,
We missed Don Smith, but you like that people are friendly, connected, etc. But from a business perspective, the government, the city government, do you feel like there's opportunity here? Do you feel like people are afforded opportunity here? Do you think it's a good place to build a business? Like, what do you think Jacksonville's doing right?
more like what Gregory Grant is doing right. I feel like that's the only reason like the business is doing well in Jax, because Gregory Grant is like he's what the entrepreneur head of Jacksonville. What is it? Is his role something like that?
He's the Jacksonville Small and Emerging Business Administrator.
And he does the loans for businesses.
Partially.
Partially.
That's part of his job.
Yeah. And I feel like Jacksonville is doing great on that, like a lot because of Gregory Grant and what he's done. I mean, I see him on LinkedIn all the time. He's out doing something here, and then a few hours later, he's doing something over here. I'm like, I think Jacksonville is doing great on the JSEP program.
Yeah.
And I don't know if all cities have that. I mean, I'm not too huge into politics and cities and all that stuff.
Not every city has that. No. Okay. What about like the people that we mentioned earlier? I think a lot of them are doing really good things when it comes to events, like trying to get people under the same roof. What are your thoughts there?
So Accelerate PV is it's just an incubator in Ponte Vedra. It's basically I'm part of that program. I think it's a 9-week program, but I've learned a lot, almost all my business stuff from Dave Irely and the incubator program. So Accelerate PV is a huge part of it. And then Jason Engelhardt, his Silicon Beach events, huge factor in my opinion into Jacksonville startup community. And Ryan Smith, once he gets that, what's it called?
The Jax Innovation Hub.
JIH. Once he gets that up and running, that's like very huge, and I can't wait to be part of that. I mean, I'm always like, I sometimes go there just to see what's up with them. It's like, hey Sean, what's up? I'm like, just checking out see what the renovation's going so far. But even like places like the Link, I know y'all are aiming for 300 events this year.
Yeah.
And y'all are crushing it too.
Yeah. It's not all tech events. Probably 300 events in the building.
And it's just places like the Link and Silicon Beach and what Ryan Smith is doing and what Dave is doing. I mean, if we didn't have that, there wouldn't be no Jacksonville startup community. So if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have this community here.
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. It seems, since you seem to be excited about what Accelerate PV has done for you and like the things that you've learned from it, what do you get? Like, talk about the 9 weeks. Like, if there's somebody watching this that is building a company and they're unaware of it, maybe they need to be made aware of it because of what's being done over there. Like, what have you learned over the last 9 weeks, and what could somebody expect by taking part in it?
So one of them is like how to like pitch to investors, and it's like something that you can learn at college, but they really get into specific details that like you really never truly like would ever think about. Like even a psychology in an investor, they show you that, and using the right words when you're pitching. This guy named Doug Kinnison, I don't know if have you heard of him? He went up to the program one time for a day, and he was talking about how to pitch. I mean, every single time like I go, it's like Monday and Thursday. No, sorry, Tuesday and Thursday. Every single time I learn something new that like I'm surprised. Like even coming from high school, I've learned so much from them. Like all about business, I've learned from them. Even like the 9-week program, they taught me SAM, the service addressable market.
Mhm.
They taught me what a pitch deck even means. They taught me different investment types, like convertible note, just the little stuff they teach you and they tell you about, just all around about business and pitching to investors and how much money you should ask for, and maybe if you should pivot from this or what customers you should target, and also the people inside the program too. I think there's like 8 total companies altogether. We're just helping each other out, build each other's
Mhm.
stuff. This guy named William, he just built this thing for another company that was in the program just because he wanted to. So, I mean, it's a whole community inside that itself. And we just keep helping each other. And even after the cohort ends, we're still going to keep helping each other. We're supposed to show up
Yeah.
every month, just give each other updates and just seeing where we can help each other at. So it's just, I scratch my back, I scratch yours, like ecosystem in XRPB in
Yeah.
a very, very good way.
Yeah, it's awesome. So if they teach you how to pitch or how to ask for money, then they probably teach you about valuations as well, like how to value your company so that you can justify your ask, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Okay. Very cool, man. I'm going to stay on this entrepreneurship train. The shit is hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard. Most people, when I ask, like, why are you doing this? They say, oh, I work 16 hours, so I don't have to work 8. And I'm like, okay, I love it. I understand you're building your own thing. But what's the biggest challenge you've had so far?
Money. No, honestly, money. I mean, I'm 18, so I don't have bills. I mean, I still live in my mom's house. Like, financially is hard. Me being my age is a good thing and a bad thing. Like, oh, this guy's 18, but some feel like, oh, this guy's 18. I don't know if I should trust him to hold my ticketing and asset management system stuff. Um, I feel like financial and also talking and pitching is not that hard to me because I've done it all my life because of the Jacksonville Science Festival. It's a part of that every year. What else has been like the hardest thing?
What was it like to pitch in San Francisco?
It was interesting. So for a week, I just decided to go to San Francisco alone just because why not? I just want to see what it was like. I got a hostel. I was staying in a 4-dorm like hotel thing. And I was like, I'm going to see what San Francisco is like. So I told my AI to give me to fill my calendar with a bunch of stuff over the week. When I was pitching in San Francisco, the main thing I realized is that no one really, not really cares, but like they're just waiting for their turn to pitch. They weren't really listening. Kind of all about themselves. I mean, I've been to a couple of like
Which is the polar opposite of what I've experienced in
Yes.
Jacksonville. Yeah.
Yes. It's like in Jacksonville, like they really want to hear you out and help you out and where they can help.
Yeah.
Because even me, I tell Lucas all the time, look, you know what I can do. Let me know where I can put value at. But in San Francisco, they're just waiting for you to stop so they can just pitch their stuff and raise money. And they'll ask for like a $2 million like capital raise. It's crazy on a startup that's not even coded out yet. San Francisco is definitely interesting. I went to a couple of pitch events. I went to Atlassian headquarters. Unfortunately, I did not get to pitch there, but I was expecting like the people who were pitching there, I was expecting to have like really, really good product in San Francisco. A lot of them were just ideas, not even created yet.
Yeah.
Weren't even technical. So I was surprised there wasn't really a lot of like fascinating stuff that people were pitching. And I'm surprised there wasn't a lot of 18-year-olds there or 19-year-olds or 20-year-olds. A lot of them were a bit older. And Jack.
Careful.
Well-
When you say a bit older, be careful. Careful on what older means.
When I say older, I mean 25 and up.
Oof. Damn, you just called me old, dude.
You're young. You're special. You're young. But I was I was thinking that like I'm gonna be sleeping with like in the dorm with other 18-year-old founders like me. Nope. I don't know if I was in the right spot or not, but there was like not really much young entrepreneurs. Like not even a lot of people were entrepreneurs in San Francisco when I met too. Like, I mean, I met people who worked at Oracle, but not really having their own business,
Right.
which is something I didn't really expect in San Francisco. So,
What would you bring if there was something you could bring back from San Francisco?
Mhm.
Like you were like, man, this is really cool. I wish Jacksonville was doing this. What would you bring back?
I would say mostly that's hard because I tell Dave all the time, like, we're not that far behind from San Francisco. There's this place called Founders Inc., and it's just an incubator in San Francisco, but we're not really that far behind from them. I think because there's like events every single day in San Francisco. So the startup community is a lot more vibrant in San Francisco. It's happening every day, but we're getting close to that. And the more we keep saying we're a startup community, the more like people are going to notice, and we're going to be recognized as a startup community. I think we're what, 5th or 2nd in like co-working spaces in the United States,
Like that.
something like that. We're not that far behind from San Francisco from when I was there for a week. So events, just people starting startups, stuff like that.
Okay.
I hope
Fair.
that answered the question.
The difference between San Francisco and Jacksonville, and why I'm a little curious about how this is going to play out. San Francisco, everything's kind of centralized. Like
And like 5-mile radius.
Yeah, everybody gravitates in this one area. In Jacksonville, it's 900 square miles.
Yeah.
Like you could be on 2 completely different sides of the city. And
35 minutes away.
it's very difficult to mingle when accessibility is not the same. That's what separates San Francisco. I take it you've been to Austin.
Oh yeah,
So-
I've been there for months.
So if you go to downtown Austin, it's all centralized. You don't have to go far for anything. And there's events every day, just like you said. The idea of the events, I think, is the right move. I think people putting on events in Jacksonville is the move. Get people in the room, get people excited, lower the barrier to entrepreneurship, make them see it's accessible.
Anyone can just start an LLC in their room and just build a vibe coded app and just start selling. It doesn't have to be.
A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah,
Some people-
exactly.
There's a lot of people that don't know what vibe coding is.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. We got to get them in a room. We got to teach them.
High school is our best way to start. I know you guys are having that vibe coding hackathon soon.
Yeah, I got to figure out what date that is.
Yeah, it's somewhere in March, but like even that is just a gateway to let all these high school, middle schools, I think it's middle school and high school, just get their mind like started on like, I can build anything I want with AI. I can start any business I want with AI and just let them go wild. And I feel like that is the anchor point for this becoming one of the best startup communities is my generation, literally.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. We have, speaking of young kids, on April 16th, we're going to have, this is not public information, but when we post this, it'll be public. We have 4 colleges and 2 representatives from each. So each of them have their own pitch competitions. Whoever the finished top 2 at each school are coming to the link to pitch against each other. And we are going to announce a winner. We're going to give a trophy out and everything.
That's exactly like what like Jacksonville needs is that the startup like motivation, because I've seen a lot of robotics companies and art competitions in Jax, but startup competitions are becoming so much more bigger in Jax, like even bigger than like the art side, to where it will help us be known as a startup community.
Yes, and that's what we're trying to build.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, kind of lingering towards the end here. What kind of advice would you give somebody who's thinking about starting a company?
No one's stopping you. Literally, just don't wait for permission.
Just start.
Just start. Start on level or base 44. Don't waste your time learning to code. You don't think. I mean, I've had to code SQL in a little bit, and OpenClaw stuff, but don't waste your time learning the code. Just don't wait for permission for anyone. Just build an app, integrate Stripe into it, and start selling. That's it.
Okay, just do it.
Just do it. Stop waiting for permission.
Okay, that's good advice. How was your first podcast?
Amazing. I hope I didn't I know you asked me a question. I don't know if I steered away from it or just started rambling. I hope I didn't do that too much. But it's weird because all the time I have to listen to people talk and I never really get to talk myself. So this has been really, really great. So
first off, you did wonderful.
Appreciate it. I was hoping I didn't just not nail this.
Well, for what it's worth, as the guest, you're supposed to be the one doing all the talking. So
Yeah.
the fact that you did a lot of talking means that this was successful. We did good. And then obviously we wanted to highlight the fact that you can try to shy away from this all you want, but you're a unique individual. There's not too many 18-year-olds running around Jacksonville that have built companies and already have customers. So you're doing some cool stuff, man. I wanted to make sure we came in and highlighted that.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. When do you turn 19?
July 24th.
Oh,
And I
man.
got to update my LinkedIn bio.
There it says 19-year-old founder. Oh, man. That's going to be a sad day.
I know. And like, I'm not looking forward to when I become like 20 or 25 because
Mhm.
my moat is not there anymore. I'm not the young founder. I'm just a founder.
Dude, first and foremost, you're right. But at 25, you will have been in business for 7 years.
That's crazy.
So whenever you're like, oh, UniDesk, join the UniDesk platform, for the last 7 years, we've been elevating IT ticketing systems to heights they've never seen before. And now you have product validity. So instead of you being like, I'm this young up and coming founder, buy into my motivation and my hunger, you get to say, hey, listen, I've been in business for 7 years, buy into the fact that I've been through hell and back trying to help people and make their organizations better, and I've been successful in doing so.
I never really thought about that.
Yeah. So now you have a different moat.
There you go. I like that. That's better than just saying, oh, I'm just a founder.
Yeah. You'll still be a founder, but you'll be a founder, a president, and a CEO. And you'll probably have a team.
Yeah.
And then that becomes a whole different thing. Then we have to have you back, because the biggest piece of gratitude that I leave with is when I talk to company owners is, hey, man, like if you have employees, you are responsible for putting food on their table.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like, I can't think of anything to be more grateful for than people who are helping others pay their bills, right? So in a couple years, when you have a team of 10 or 20 and you're crushing it, we'll have you back and we'll talk about the fact like, hey, Sean, you are responsible for the reason that people have a roof over their head. And now it's a different conversation.
That'd be crazy. It's just crazy to think about.
You can do it.
Yeah.
You know what? There's nobody stopping you.
Exactly. I'm not waiting for anyone's permission.
That's right.
Love it.
Awesome, dude. As you know, the show's called Pioneers and Builders in Jacksonville. You're a builder because you're building companies, but you're pioneering the fact that you're showing young people that it's possible.
Yes.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you for being a reason why startups are getting excitable around here. And I can't wait to see what you do, man. I'm in your corner.
Appreciate it, man. That was so much to me.
Hey, man. Thanks for being
Thank
on.
you.
Yes, sir.